morning. Nice to have you with us. After the 10 o'clock news, we'll have open phones. At 11 o'clock, we will learn about the Americana Antique Mall. We'll also hear from Terry Henney, who will be out at the Bay County Fair during the 11 o'clock hour. But for this hour, we're going to talk about a facility and an event at a facility. The facility's been around a long time but hasn't been used. Tri-City Dragway out by MBS International Airport is going to be the home again for an annual car show. And we're going to talk about that this morning with a number of folks. First of all, from the Tri-City Dragway Incorporated, we say good morning to its president, Micah Fleming, who's been with us before. Micah, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Thanks for having us.
And he's an idea factory with very expensive ideas, and we'll talk about those. Also with us this morning, the vice president, Don Morse. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
And with us from American Gasser, and he's also the treasurer of Tri-City Dragway, T.J. Coleman. Good morning, T.J.
Good morning, Art.
Well, how many years now for this car show? This third?
This is year number four. Third for our organization. So.
And what brought it all about? And I know the answer to this, folks. Micah is a very unusual young man. He has ideas, and just nothing gets in his way. So what brought all this about, Micah? How did all this happen?
So I had originally gone on a tour of MBS with James Canders, the airport director, and he was telling me a little bit about the drag strip out there. So being a history geek, I looked into it, made a Facebook post asking if anyone wanted to do a car show out there, and it turns out an Eagle Scout, Tony Svetic, was already doing it. So I helped him out the first year, and then next year the car show wasn't going to happen, so I took it over and made something out of it.
And you get hundreds and hundreds of cars. I mean, other than Frankenmuth, it's got to be the biggest show in the area.
Second biggest in my research in the mid-Michigan area.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, it's huge. And that facility out there needed a little help, didn't it, Don?
Yes.
I turned to Don because he's doing most of the help.
We cleared another 5 acres out there of brush and debris and stuff like that. It would be on the east side of the track. And we had another company come out and clear out what's left over, the woods back there next to the concession stand on the would have been the spectator side back in the day.
Yeah.
And we're still working on that, but that makes for a lot more room for cars to park.
And you managed to clear out, and the last time I saw it, it looked a lot better than the first time. The tower is still there, isn't it?
Yes. People are going to be surprised when they come out this year. If with people that came the first year, we've made a lot of progress in clearing out the land there, and we're pretty happy with the results this year.
So I mentioned the dream that Micah had, still has. What would you like to see happen at Tri-City Dragway?
Well, I want the racing to continue out there. It's very difficult with getting zoning switched and trying to partner with a national organization, but the ultimate dream is to have racing out there and completely restore the property.
Which might take $1 or $2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's after you get past the FAA and get approval to do it, right?
Yep.
Because it parallels the runway.
Yep.
That property is adjacent to the airport. The airport, technically, do they own it?
Yeah, so we lease it directly from them, and I think right now we're at 15 acres of all the wooded property, and now it's all grass. So
all that, huh? What would it take to rebuild that drag strip? I'm assuming the first thing that has to get rebuilt is the drag strip because the pavement's not in great shape, right?
So right now what we're kind of looking for is one of those national organizations to partner with us. We need a partner to go to Tittabawassee Township to even present to the board or present, a plan to the airport for the property or anything to happen at the property. So I think that's the first step, is getting one of those national sponsorships or partnerships, and then just going from there. We've been contacting as many as we can, and sadly nobody has bit on it yet, but we'll continue to make small improvements until someone does. And I'm hopeful that that'll happen with this new group of board of directors, and I'm very excited for this next year to see what they can accomplish.
And it's going to be interesting for you because you're not going to be around. You graduated college and you're off to work, aren't you?
Correct. Off to North Carolina next week, Monday right after the car show.
But you're going to keep your hand in it.
Correct. I'm going to be overseeing the organization. I'll do the financials still, and then have support from this group.
Because he studied accounting, folks. He's going to do the financials.
So yeah, we basically delegated all the tasks, but everyone's very positive about the change, and looking forward for everyone to have a specific role in the organization and take it as their own.
TJ, let me ask you, because you're involved in all of this. TJ owns American Gasser down on Gratiot, and one of the leading hot rod shops anywhere around. Is drag racing as popular as it once was?
I believe so. There's just not as many drag strips as there used to be. I mean, you need to drive an hour.
Ohio, probably, right?
I mean, for some of the larger ones, yeah, like Norwalk or whatnot. I mean, but you see those places, and they're just jam-packed every time that they have an event. So, I truly believe if it were to reopen, that it would be just another area that people would just flock to, because there's so many car people around this state and around the Tri-Cities. It's unreal.
Well, the other thing that's happened to the automobile is this race for horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
More and more and more. I remember the days when you could put a blower or a supercharger on a car, you'd make hundreds of horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go to a store, you can buy one with 7 or 800,
yeah,
or more.
Yeah, or more. Yeah, with a warranty, So yeah, it's pretty cool the way that it's still carrying on with the muscle cars nowadays. But I mean, they're still out there from the 60s and 70s, the true muscle car eras that they're still kicking out there, and that's what we specialize in, obviously.
Making them faster and making them kick harder.
Correct, and look good.
Yeah, and look good.
Right.
Mike, I have to ask, you've ever been involved in cars at all?
No, surprisingly not. Didn't grow up around cars, nothing. And I'm just a big history person who have now fallen in love with classic cars, and just been impressed to see, how far everything's come.
Don, what's your background?
Well, the dragway back in the day wasn't very far from where I lived, and I actually started working there, and my family worked there, my parents worked there, my aunts and uncles, my cousins, and so we grew up around there, and after a little bit I was able to race myself out there, and so there's a lot of history, and thanks to Tony and Micah and a lot of old drag racers that were able to relive some of the memories out there, and so I think there's a lot of guys that come out there and relive a lot of the memories, and that's what we're looking to do this Saturday.
I came here in '74. It was still operating. When did it shut down?
1978.
78 it shut down, and then police were using it for a training ground for a while.
And they still are.
Are they still?
Yes.
Even with that payment?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's about the same as the streets of Bay City, Saginaw, any of these counties. So.
It's a little hard on tires.
A little hard on tires, yeah, that's for sure. All right, we're going to take a break. Be back with our guests. We're going to tell you about the auto show coming up, and all about the dragway and maybe a little history and all that good stuff. Let me take a moment. Speaking of cars, bad pavement. We got lots of potholes, and we hit them all the time. And they don't do any good for your alignment on your car. And our friends at Quick Lane Freeland realize that. So they are offering a complimentary alignment check. They put your car up on a rack, attach some laser attachments to the 4 wheels, and they have this big machine that reads it all. They turn the wheel for steering, and you end up with a report on your caster, camber, toe in, toe out, all that good stuff. And if you're all green, you're good to go. If there's anything that's out of a line, they'll tell you about it and what might need to be done. But you drive away with the confidence that your alignment is in good shape. And if you want to know what alignment is all about, well, I've asked John from Quick Lane Freeland to give us a little information on it.
If your vehicle's wheels are aligned correctly, it will not pull to the left or to the right when driving. It also prevents improper tread wear, so your tires last longer. A wheel alignment should be checked often because normal steering wear and tear can cause your alignment to go out in addition to potholes and railroad crossings. A correct alignment also reduces rolling resistance on your tires for better fuel mileage.
And, of course, a safer drive. Find out more. Stop out today for your complimentary alignment check. Quick Lane Freeland, part of the McDonald Ford complex in Freeland. And remember, too, if you need tires, they sell all of their new tires at just $5 over cost. Quick Lane Freeland. Stop out. Visit them today.
Gotta go.
Hi, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show in studio. Michael Fleming heads up the Tri-City Dragway Incorporated. He is the president of the group. Don Morse, the vice president. T.J. Coleman from American Gasser is the treasurer. And coming up is the big car show at Tri-City Dragway. So, Michael, when is the show?
It's this Saturday, August 8th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Correct.
8 a.m. for the public to open?
When
do the cars arrive?
Cars are going to arrive really whenever they want to. We've changed up our complete process this year, so we've actually repainted the old staging lanes, and we're using that for show cars, spectators, pre-registered in the morning. So as soon as we open the gates, as soon as we're in the gates, we'll keep them open and allow people to come in and sit in those lanes until we're ready.
And, Don, what time are you going to open them?
I'll be there at 5 a.m. I have
Good luck, Don.
I have a making bacon food truck doing breakfast for us. She'll be there.
No kidding.
She'll be there at 5:30 in the morning, and my crew will start parking show cars about 6:45. So that way we don't get the backup on Hospital Road. And new way of bringing cars in this year. Hopefully alleviate that backup on Hospital Road.
Yeah, and Sorrel, because, I mean,
Yes.
it takes forever to get in.
Exactly.
Yep. We got a jump box this year, though. So
And how many cars are you expecting, Micah?
Well, if the weather holds out, which it changes every hour, but if it holds out, we're looking at around 700 again.
Wow.
We had 348 pre-registered.
Now, can people still pre-register?
They cannot. We're only
Okay.
accepting day of registration for $25 a car, and then spectators can come in for $10 a car. We just ask that you pack your car with as many people as
So
possible.
it's not per person, it's per car.
Per car. It gets pretty packed in there, so that's the reason for the fees as well for spectators, and we're hoping this year's process is a lot smoother.
Well, it's always been good, though. I mean, particularly once you get in. Getting in was the hard part.
Yeah, so last year it was about a 30-minute drive-in.
The year
And,
before that, it was more like 45.
So we're hoping for a little bit less than that this year.
Yeah, I drove in the first year in the 65, Art Noe 65 that you're bringing this year.
Yep.
We drove it in.
Probably got a little warm, huh?
Just a touch.
Yeah.
Just a touch, to say the least. So what else is in there? We've got all the cars, and we run the gamut, don't you? Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, we have a great lineup of food trucks this year. We have Fat Matt's Barbecue, Wonder Burger, Big Meaty Philly, Mexi Crunch, Making Bacon is going to be there to do breakfast. I Want That Kettle Corn and lemonade. Overtime with a Twist is an ice cream truck owned by
You got everything.
same owners as the Moonies. Traveling Tom's Coffee and Kona Ice. So you should be able to find some great food,
Yeah,
great
I
cars,
guess.
and have a great time there.
On average, I mean, how long would it take somebody to come to the show and really walk around and see everything?
So by what most people have said, it's about an hour walk around. It's big property, I will say that. It's a quarter mile down, quarter
At
mile
least.
up and around.
Yeah, plus runoffs.
Yeah. So it's big property, big walk, but it's very cool seeing all those cars line the strip and the surrounding areas.
And are there prizes or awards for the cars?
No awards for the cars. Not a
This is
award
just a public show, right?
Just a public show. We will have door prizes to pass out. Those are selected at random the morning of, and that's about it for prize-wise.
So, TJ, let's talk about, I don't know if restoration is not the right word of what you do. You do resto mods,
More
hot
resto
rods,
mods,
yeah.
We can do restorations.
You modify.
Correct, yeah. But we can do restorations, but there's much more of a call for resto mods. So, yeah, we do from start to finish, metal fab work to paint to completion.
It's all in-house, isn't it?
All in-house.
You don't do interiors, right?
That's about the only thing we sub out, yeah, and machine shop work. So pretty much everything else is done in-house, yeah.
And, today, somebody brought you a car. Let's just pick a year and a year, something in the 60s, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted you to make a resto mod out of it, depending on how much work. How long is it going to take?
It all starts with metal fab, and if you give us something that's pretty solid, that cuts probably 4 to 6 months off the project. So let's just say it's solid. So from start to finish, I would say probably a year and a half by the time it's all said and done. If you bring us
Swiss cheese?
Swiss cheese, yep, exactly. Then it
We know somebody like that.
I don't know who you're talking about. Then yeah, it's at least probably another 6 months of metal fab, depending how bad it is.
But you'll tackle almost anything, don't you?
Pretty much anything. Yep.
And then you also do storage.
We do. Yep. So I manage the property for the property owners, and there is storage, indoor storage and outdoor storage that I manage for them as well.
And it all happens right there on Gratiot.
Lots of stuff going on for sure. Yeah, come check us out.
And do you have time to take people on a tour and show them what's going on?
Yep. If you can schedule something, that's helpful. But we have people walking in all the time that just want to walk through and see what we do and are working on projects, and just love cars, and people are just amazed that that's going on in Shields.
Well, yeah, you walk in the front door and you're in the showroom, and there's 12, 14 cars in there.
During the wintertime, yeah, we can get 12 up there. And then from there you got the office area and then shop floor, which it's a lot deeper than it looks from Gratiot. I mean, it's quite a large
absolutely.
building.
It goes way back.
15 people working in there, so yeah, it's a pretty big facility.
Where do you find the skilled help?
They've
should have seen the look on his face when I just asked that question.
No, honestly, it's just been we have a great group. We all hang out together, and they've a lot of them came from dealership backgrounds or previous hot rod shops that have folded. But the group is just phenomenal. We all hang out together. We all got together last weekend and hung out, and we do that a couple times a year. Right after our show a couple weeks ago, they came over to the house, all the families, and we just hung out and barbecued and got in the pool. And it's just a very tightly knit group that we have there.
Are young people interested in going into that kind of work today?
There is, yeah. I mean, I'm 45 and I'm the second oldest one there, so thankfully most of my guys are in their 20s and 30s. So,
and there's some real skills. I mean, metal
definitely.
Fabricating is not an easy job.
Not at all. None of them are, but metal fab is definitely a dying art. I think my two metal fabricators are 22 and 28, and they are just top-notch metal fabricators, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.
I used to watch, when Foose had his show on and Kindig, and you watch them do it, and they make it look easy.
Right, yeah.
Nothing easy.
It's not easy, but they make it look easy.
They make it look easy.
Exactly.
And, of course, they got all the fancy tools.
Correct.
You need all that to do it, don't you?
You do, and then it makes your job easier, too, but it's still a skill.
Absolutely a skill. Can you fix anything?
Darn near, I would say so. Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff come through
if you
that
have
we're
Swiss
able.
cheese come in, you can replace body parts, right?
Oh, for sure.
Panels and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of parts that you can just buy, like for Tri-5 Chevys or first gen Camaros and whatnot. But there's stuff that come in that's not available that we have to fabricate, and yeah, we can do that.
Mostly frame up.
No, we do a little bit of everything. I mean, we do brake jobs, we do aftermarket exhaust systems, or we can do a full frame off for you too. Yeah, a little bit of and
All right.
everything in between.
Take a break and be back. Tell you more about the car show at Tri-City Dragway, the future plans, and all that good stuff as we talk automobiles with our guest this morning on the Art Lewis Show. Hi, we're back with you here at WSGW. In studio with me, Micah Fleming, TJ Coleman, Don Morse, all involved with the Tri-City Dragway. Big car show this weekend, and gates open at 8 o'clock, run till 2 o'clock for the public. Micah, so let's talk reality here, because you would like to see Tri-City Dragway again be a usable racetrack.
Yes.
Do you have a time frame?
We still keep using that 5-year timeline. I mean, I truly think as soon as someone
5 years from when?
from whenever someone bites on it, it's a difficult say until one of those national organizations partners with us.
We talk about national organizations. What are you talking about?
We're talking
Automotive related?
Yeah, racing related. Basically, someone who can guarantee the economic impact to the area, whether that be through a national event, statewide event, whatever it be. Until someone like that comes along, it's very hard to say when the track will open.
Have you had any discussions with anyone?
We have a very serious with one organization, but they unfortunately have backed out since. So,
Is that a matter of the economy? Is it a matter of the sport?
we are unsure. Last year they weren't in the best position. I won't say
So it could be an organizational thing with them.
Yes. But I think they're kind of going through a restructuring period, and hopefully, they'll be back on that in the future.
So with the organizations you've sat down with, other than the fact nobody's come forth and put a check on the table, what's been their reaction?
They all say the same thing about me. I'm young. I got some guts going after something like this, and
Yeah, that goes without saying.
the one organization we've talked with was very excited about the opportunity for us to even reach out to them and just share the history behind the track. They were willing to go the full step and send people to help with the zoning and everything, and sadly just didn't fall through.
So I had heard, I don't know if we talked about this or not, but I had heard that it would probably take about $5 million to open that track. Is that a realistic number?
Yes and no. So I think that'd get us about halfway there with everything
Halfway
that
there.
needs to be done.
So we have an 8th mile track instead of
Just the paving for the quarter-mile track and return road, fire-up lanes, staging lanes, everything was $1.6 million. That was quoted 2 years ago, so
$2 million.
that's probably gone up quite a significant amount.
What would you have to do to refurbish the tower? And would you keep that tower, or would you build a different one?
I would probably keep the original tower. Obviously, it's not big enough to sustain event operations or current day event operations like it was back in the day. So we'd probably have to build an additional support tower for events. But I'd like to keep the original structures. All it takes really is we need a roof on it, a couple new windows on it, and structure's all good, structure's all there.
And then the electronics
Yep.
that go with it. And so, in terms of the operation of the track, let's say you had that track up and running, how many good quality race weekends are there?
Our goal would be to run, hopefully a full season. Obviously, bringing in a drag ship to the area, it's not ideal to, live next to that, I will say.
I was just going to ask about noise. So,
And, that's something that we'd have to work with neighbors on. We'd have to work with the community on. And I'm sure that's something that would be put forth in the zoning agreement, too, is how many we're allowed to do per year. We want to respect the community as best as possible, but we also understand that this is a great opportunity to bring something to our area that could have a huge impact in a lot of kids' lives and a lot of people's lives.
and would there be other public events could the facility be used for other events?
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't really discussed, the multitude, but obviously the police training would still be done out there, hopefully, as well as, I think Dow even used to test it or used it before. Next year's used it before to test some of their products. So
The other thing about it, right now anyway, the entrance is on Sorrel Road off of Hospital.
correct.
There is a gate off of Freeland Road, which was a main entrance. That's all closed down right now and not usable. Would you reopen that? Would that be part of the plan?
Yeah.
To give better access?
Yep. So we actually looked at doing that this year. Sadly, it was a little out of our budget in order to be able to put some millings down on that road. But, if the track were to reopen, there's no doubt that entrance would have to reopen. It'd just be way too crowded on Sorrel.
Yeah,
It is now. So
I give a lot of credit to the people who live on Sorrel that come out, sit in their chairs, and watch all the cars drive by going in. But it only happens one day a year, so I guess they can live with it. But it's quite a scene getting in there.
yeah, and our goal, or my goal for this year, is hopefully when people arrive at 6:30, 7 in the morning, like they usually do, they won't see a line out on Sorrel, and they'll hopefully be wondering where the event's at.
Move right in, huh? All right. Take a break, come back with our guests, and more on the show this weekend.
At the Aird Insurance Group,
And we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show. We're talking to Micah Fleming, TJ Coleman, Don Morse. They make up the leadership of the Tri-City Dragway Incorporated. And this Saturday, the 8th, big car show, literally, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars in all ranges and types, too.
Yeah, we have classics to top fuel cars, funny cars. You name it, it's probably there.
And what are we going to see at the American Gasser booth right on the curve there coming in?
We'll have a few examples of cars that we built. We're trailering out a 65 Biscayne. We did a engine swap on that a couple of years ago. It's at the ZZ632 in there. I think it's 1,000.
It's just over 1,000
or something like that.
Yeah, it's just over 1,000.
Yeah, just over 1,000. 66 Chevelle, 72 Corvette. We just got done. He just took that home the other day, actually yesterday for the first time. And just probably half a dozen other cars that we've worked on out there.
And the show itself, what does that mean to the collectors that have these cars? These shows are pretty important for them, aren't they?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, we get people coming in all the time, even before the drag strip, the show started, talking about the strip and memories out there. And honestly, I was born 3 years after it closed, so I never stepped foot out there, nor did I think I ever would. So, I mean, honestly, every time I drive down that driveway on Sorrel, it's goosebumps. I mean, it's so cool to drive back there.
Goosebumps driving down that driveway, but not for the same.
But it's so cool. I never thought I'd step foot on that property, and here we are, putting on one of the biggest shows in Michigan, and it's so cool.
So I have this question. When I go to car shows, including yours at your shop and other car shows, I look at the cars and I look at the people that own them. It doesn't seem to be a young man's hobby. Most of the owners mid to upper age.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them rebuilt their childhood memories.
Yeah, and that's what it is, yeah. And I think we'll see that continue. I mean, we're seeing people starting to do stuff from the 80s and 90s and starting to restore those types of vehicles. So I think it'll carry on, as well as people wanting to keep with the older vehicles, too, that were not necessarily their era.
We get into the cookie cutters of today, though. I mean, 20 years from now, is somebody going to want to restore a 2026 whatever?
Probably not. Me personally, but no. But could they? I mean, there are certain few vehicles out there that, yeah, possibly. But I mean,
well, yeah, there's Hellcats and things
correct.
of that
Yeah,
nature.
that's what I'm thinking.
You know.
Yeah, like a muscle car of today's.
But you
era.
know what's a muscle car? I remember when 250 horsepower was a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
I got a Lincoln outside. It's a 3-row Aviator.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 400
Right.
horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes like a rocket.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean 400 is like pretty standard anymore. So yeah, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I'm on the low end. I got 400 horsepower. I'm on the low end. What did I do here?
Exactly. Times have changed for sure.
It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's funny because it seems to me it's a throwback. Because I remember in the 70s and 80s, the horsepower, boy, there was big horsepower race between the manufacturers. Let's see who could do this, you know.
Yeah.
And my Corvette at the time, I had a 64 Corvette, was 365 horsepower. That was a whale of a lot of horsepower back then, particularly in a car that small. And now it seems like we're back in that horsepower race again.
Yeah, thankfully. I love to see
Thankfully,
it. I mean,
yeah, for you,
they got
thankfully.
so choked out in the 80s and 90s with emissions that it's cool to see them
And that's
come
what
back.
happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Catalytic converters came on, everything else, and
Yeah, fog pumps.
you
and
needed
all.
horsepower just to
Or
get over
smart,
the hump.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So, Micah, cars coming in Saturday. Gates going to open. Don, you're going to be there at 5 o'clock. Gates will open up. Registration begins when? As soon as they get there? Or
We'll
gonna have
start
people there?
registering cars as soon as we're ready. We're hoping that to be around 6:30, 6:45 is when we'll start hopefully parking cars and registering them.
And what does it take to register? What do they need?
They just $25 per car, and then we'll just take their name and they'll fill out a little form about themselves, and that's it.
And parking, is it assigned, or do they just go find a spot to put their car?
So parking is basically first come, first serve. If you want to park with friends, we ask that you arrive together and get in the same lane together. So basically we use 6 staging lanes this year. 2 of them are for pre-registered. Next 2 are for day of registration. And then trailers and spectators are in one, and then opposite traffic in the other. So we just ask if you've had a friend that pre-registered and you didn't, get in the registration line together so you park together.
So, Don, when the cars pull in on Sorrel and they get to the end of Sorrel at the strip, you have these staging lanes.
Yes,
Be people there directing them into which lane they belong in.
correct. Our registration people will direct you to the lanes. Depending, if you're pre-registered, it's going to be a lot quicker for you. If you're not, if you're coming there and you haven't registered, you'll have to fill out a little bit of paperwork. Shouldn't take very long at all, and that's going to keep the lines moving smooth. And once we say go, we're going to start parking cars on the track itself. Once the track is full, we'll start parking cars on the infield, and you'll be directed where to park.
And you're looking for about 700 cars.
That's the hope. I just, hoping
What'd you
that-
have last year?
We were at 671.
Oh, you were darn close.
Yes, and it was a very hot day, so
94.
I'm
No,
sure
you remember that, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder what's the outlook this year. Do you know?
Right now, it's showing 86 and sunny on my app. Obviously, I said earlier that's changing every hour. The other app is showing 83 and a chance of rain at 1 p.m. and it's kind of up in the air right now. But
Here's an 85 and partly cloudy. 10% chance or less.
Let's
That's
go
not
with that
bad. So you want to go with that
That's
one?
it.
yeah,
Okay,
Lock it
that was TV5.
we'll count them on it.
Yeah, it is weather dependent, that's for sure. But and that's the thing with a lot of these car owners, they don't take them out in the rain. They don't like them to
No.
get wet.
Not even a threat of rain usually.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them. Yeah.
And I think that's why we get so many people that try to register the day of the show. They're going to wait and see what the weather's
Yeah.
like before they bring their car out. And we may get 250 cars
Right.
that aren't even registered
Yeah.
that registered the day of the show.
So again, for the public, it's $10 a car. If you got 5 people in the car, it's still just $10 for the car to get in. Starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, run until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Micah, TJ, Don, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Yep. Thank you.
News is next. Next hour will be open phone.
Attention commercial landscapers